All right, guys, a lot of people asked me to do a video about the shooting in Plymouth that took place on Thursday. So here it is. This Decode is Neil's Decode, a patron of mine, but I looked over it. It's fantastic. And I'm going to present the information. In my opinion, these shootings, it's 50-50. Half of them happen, the other half don't. They're rituals. I believe this one actually did happen, to be honest. But I think a lot of the other ones don't happen just to install fear. But I do believe the people behind these shootings, when they do happen, are the Society of Jesus. And the people behind the headlines are the Society of Jesus, just installing fear into as many people as they can. So Neil was a perfect guy to do this Decode because he has family in the area of Plymouth. And he said this particular area of Plymouth is a little rough. And he also believes it was very strange when you look at the day of the year, location, and air ambulances being involved. Because he said you could easily get standard ambulance vehicles to the residential site. And here it's saying that air ambulances were needed to attend the scene, which doesn't make sense to me. So Plymouth Shooting, gunman kills 5 with a number of injured people. So in total, 6 people died, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, 6 killed. So the shooter killed 5 innocent people, then shot himself. Reported to have been dressed all in black. Just know right now they're pushing terrorism and things like that. All these top stories, look here. Taliban enter Kabul as Afghan government collapses. As Kabul falls, Biden backlash grows. Taliban on brink of victory in Afghanistan. So you're going to see in your headlines now just a ton of information about terrorism. So they're going to be pushing terrorism again. So shootings help with that. This guy, David Way, Father David Way, clearly a member of the Society of Jesus. Prayers have been said at a church in Plymouth as the city mourns the 5 people shot dead on Thursday. Thursday is a big Catholic day because Thursday equals 35 and 46 and Catholic equals 35 and 46. This was a big Catholic ritual, guys. And if people die, it's tragic. It truly is tragic. But like I said, I think a lot of these shootings, people don't die. Like, I think a lot of celebrities get killed off by the numbers. I think a lot of them don't die, just their character dies. There's just so much confusion in this world. But let's decode the numbers behind this shooting. So it occurred on the 224th day of the year. It happened on August the 12th, 2021, which is a Thursday. And it occurred on Divik Drive. Emergency services were called to Divik Drive. So it was a perfect location for the ritual, as you'll see here. So 24th day of the year, Divik Drive equals 224. Air ambulance equals 224. Divik Drive equals 100. Air ambulance equals 100. And in an article, it had this in quotation marks, mass shooting worse since 2010. That also equals 100. And in the same article, it said walked around the corner. And that gets 100. Like I said, anything you see in quotation marks, guys, you have to check the gematria. The reason it's 100 is because Thursday equals 100. I'll just show you here. So when you type in Thursday, it gets you 100. It also gets you the 35 and 46. Just like Catholic gets you the 35 and 46. But I'll just show you all these. So Divik Drive. Just look carefully at the numbers here. Divik Drive gets you 100. Like it happened on a Thursday, which equals 100. It's got the 64, the kill number. It's got the 224, like it happened on the 224th day of the year. Happens on Divik Drive. And it's also got the 80, which I'll discuss now. So air ambulance, they made a big deal, guys, out of this with the air ambulances. A big deal with them attending the scene. Look at this. What a perfect day for the air ambulance. 224. It's also got the 46, like Thursday. Like Catholic. It's got the 100, like Thursday. It's also got the 80. Like Biddick Drive. And Biddick Drive has the 64, which is a number connected to the word kill. And these shootings, guys, occurred in Plymouth, Devon. And Plymouth, Devon gets you 64, guys. And their football team, which interestingly won at the weekend in the last minute, they're called the Pilgrims. Again, what a perfect name for the Society of Jesus ritual. The nickname of Plymouth Argyle is the Pilgrims. 64. So here it says, shooter proceeded along Royal Navy Avenue still shooting, quotation marks in multiple articles, but in particular the BBC one. But again, they're all owned by the same people. And that gets you 604. 604, like 64. It's absolutely disgraceful. Can you see it? 604. See how it's all by the numbers, guys? Whether this happened or not, the news is reported by the numbers, but this was a ritual to install fear. Just everything in the news is negative. So Thursday 46, air ambulance 46, Catholic 46. Then we have the lone gunman, who was wearing all black. Gets you 46, also gets you 44, like kill. Luke Pollard, local MP in Plymouth. 46, guys, is just enormous. Look, like I said, Joe Biden's the 46th president of the US. Like I said, Joe Biden's the 46th president of the United States, the second Catholic president ever. The first Catholic president of the US was JFK, who died at age 46. Lone gunman also gets you 116, like Thursday. 116. Thursday, 116. Royal Navy Avenue gets you 66. Also gets you 201, like the Jesuit order. Remember, 6 people died. And 6 dead. When you type in 6 dead, it gets you 66. The Jesuits were behind this, guys. They're behind almost everything. A mass shooting. Like, all this stuff's going on just at one time. Coronavirus, Black Lives Matter, these school shootings, mass shootings, terrorism. It's all going off at the same time. And it's the Jesuit order behind it. Linear Park was involved in this story. That also gets you 66. It's wild. Biddick Drive, Kiam. That will get you, well, it gets you 163, the 38th prime, which is the death number. Also gets you 91, like the Society of Jesus. but it gets you 107. Like shooting. And again, shooting gets you the 44 like kill. Again, just confirmation. A lot of people get killed from being shot. So like I said, the 38th prime, 163, the 38th prime, Divik drive Kiam. And death equals 38, murder equals 38, killing equals 38. And we'll just confirm that. Killing, 38. Death, 38. Murder, 38. RIP, 38, which is rest in peace. So Kiam Plymouth, showed you all these 44s, is 193. And 193, guys, is the 44th prime. They love their prime numbers, guys. There's a reason why Martin Luther King died on 4/4, April the 4th. Probably didn't even die, to be honest. But they said he died on 4/4. And shooting gets you 44, kill 44, long gunman 44. So the day of this happened on 61 date numerology, pure. And what time were the police called? 6:10 p.m. Like 61. Alleged eyewitness Helen Tyrese. These eyewitnesses, guys, eyewitness. The all-seeing eye. No, 131. A lot of these are actors, deceivers, people making a living out of being these crisis actors. I've watched multiple videos on it. Same crisis actors appearing in different crises. People don't put two and two together. 131. Mass murder. Mass murder. The Jesuits love this because they want depopulation. Gets you 131. Just know that 131 is the 32nd prime, and the Society of Jesus' logo has a sun with 32 rays. And again, the eyewitness, just her numbers are so ritualistic. 139. 139 is the 34th prime. And murder gets you 34. I've been discussing all the 34 rituals in sport, undeniable ones. Italy, 34 games undefeated, win the Euros. 34-year-old Leo Messi equals 34. Wins his first title with Argentina, wins the Copa America in what was his 34th appearance in the competition, and then number 34, Giannis, winning the NBA and getting the MVP. Murder numbers galore. So the alleged gunman was Jake Davison. As you can see here, 22-year-old, just know Society of Jesus equals 79. 79 is the 22nd prime. But we're told Jake Davison was behind these shootings. And if we type in his name, you get 69. And the Jesuit order gets you 69. So his name, what a perfect fit. Vaccination. Because a lot of these rituals, they just connect them to coronavirus. So this is the big thing they're pushing, the vaccination. Gets you 69. August 12th, where Jake Davison killed these innocent people. Remember, his name equals 69. August 12th, 69. August 12th. Plymouth Shooting just seemed to be a perfect location for this ritual to take place. Plymouth, 69. So this Jake Davison had so many numbers connected with the Pope, with the Jesuit order, and with the vaccination. Look, 186. Vaccination gets you 186 as well. (186) and 111 and 111. It's absolutely insane. 3 out of the same 4 ciphers. Jake Davison with vaccination. 3 out of 4. Insane. Guys, everything's just so negative in the media. The Society of Jesus behind all of it. I'm just going to keep pushing really hard for people to see it. I'm going to work really hard. I'll continue doing these videos. I know people make a lot of requests. I can't do all of them, but I do a lot. And look at this. I just want to show you this. Divik. So Divik is COVID in reverse, as you can see. And check out the meaning of Divik in Hebrew. What does Divik mean in Hebrew? The meaning of the name Divik, possession of an evil spirit, and is of Hebrew origin. Divik means in Latin, break up, sunder, disrupt, divide, tear away, open apart, tear to pieces in two. So that's what coronavirus is doing. It's dividing everybody. It's disrupting everything. Guys, it's all by numbers and language. How they're mocking us and how they're controlling us. And Divik gets you 66. And I discussed the 66 in the Decode that I just presented. And again, people say COVID is the certificate of vaccination identification. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I remember saying that over a year ago. What are you on about? Vaccination identification. Well, it's happening, isn't it? Again, another thing that I called about a year ago. So Graham, really good lad, he said that is a great example to awaken some that are on the fence. So the people on the fence are the people I'm focusing on, the people who obviously see through the rituals, and the people on the fence is people very close to accepting what's going on. There's other people that'll never see it. They're too far gone. They're soulless, in my opinion. They really are. And then we have this, which I said would happen a while ago. Liverpool condemn alleged, guys, because it's made up, homophobic chants directed at Norwich's Billy Gilmore. I did a video on this guy, not even that good, but they're making him out to be a great. And I said the Premier League this season, it's going to push racial agendas, homophobic ones, just push whatever agendas they can do. And they know a lot of people watch these games, so they're interested in what goes on in these stadiums. And look, it happened here as well. Derby and Peterborough, of course, Wayne Rooney, the head coach of Derby, massive Mason. It's just a joke. The Society of Jesus own all these clubs, guys. They own all these clubs. They were behind COVID. They were behind Black Lives Matter. They're behind all the world wars that you read about. They were behind 9/11. They're behind economic crashes. And once everybody sees that, we can bring them down. But whilst people deny it and dismiss it and think, well, everything's going to be okay. Today's a little bit better. No. Things are not going to change. I'll tell you one way of making positive change is not consenting. Because going out there and protesting, people say, hey mate, Adam, why don't you go out there and just protest? Where do protests get? Anybody? Prison? Does anything change through these protests? No, they don't. Not consenting will change a lot of things. Spreading knowledge will change a lot. Overcoming fear will change a lot. Protests don't do anything. They just instigate more and more violence. It's just like, if you're in an argument, someone's shouting at you, if you shout louder, what happens? Nothing comes good of it. Right, guys, so there you have it. Wanted to present this, Plymouth Shooting, and then I added a bit on at the end. Cheers, guys.